In the spirit of social distancing to deter the spread of COVID-19, this information session is being provided virtually in lieu of the typical presentation where several participants appear in a public forum. If after viewing the presentation you have any questions, we encourage you to communicate with us via phone or email. Thank you. Thank you for joining us for the information session for 254 Broadway, located in Methuen, Massachusetts, presented by Peabody Properties. A partnership between DS Development and Neighborhood of Affordable Housing is developing an affordable rental housing community for families located at 254 Broadway Street in Methuen, in the heart of Merrimack Valley's historic district. Rich in character and historic architecture, Methuen is known for where history meets progress. The property is in close proximity to Riverwalk Park and Nevins Memorial Library on Broadway. The 1.2-acre site is located directly on Route 28 at the intersection of Broadway and Gleason Streets. Just 2 minutes from Interstate 93, 254 Broadway is on the Merrimack Valley Regional Transit Authority bus line, which provides local and regional public transportation for residents. 254 Broadway will consist of 40 units of high-quality rental housing designed for families and individuals in need of affordable housing. This community has a local housing preference for those who income qualify and meet the local residency criteria for Methuen. Now accepting applications for 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartment homes, the 4-story structure will house those who income qualify. All 40 units are affordable units, including 4 units that have project-based subsidy for those households that qualify under the 30% of area median income. The anticipated start date of occupancy is roughly March to April 2022. However, due to COVID-19, the construction schedule could be impacted, and this date may need to be adjusted. The property will offer 3 mobility units and 1 sensory or hearing impaired unit. "36 units will be restricted to those earning 60% or less of the area median income, also known as AMI, and 4 units will have project-based subsidy for those households who income qualify, earning 30% or less of area median income." Some community highlights regarding 254 Broadway. The property boasts Energy Star appliances, high efficiency windows and doors, an elevator, a mailroom, a fitness center, 2 storage areas, a covered area with an outdoor bicycle rack, a laundry care center, as well as professional on-site management with 24-hour emergency maintenance. So what's included in the rent? All units include heat, hot water, cold water, trash removal, and snow removal. Outside of a resident registering for phone, cable, and internet services, the resident is also responsible for their resident electric, which covers lights, appliances, electric cooking, and your air conditioning. Square footage for 254 Broadway. Very spacious floor plans. Our 1-bedrooms are roughly 750 square feet of living space. Our 2-bedrooms will be 975 square feet, and the 3-bedrooms will be as much as 1,225 square feet. Eligibility at 254 Broadway is restricted to applicants and households who income qualify with all tax credit guidelines and regulatory requirements. Our income limits for 254 Broadway, effective April 1st of this year, are as follows. Should you have questions on this slide, I can take questions at the end of our presentation. Rental rates. Our rental rates are as follows. For those households who will not be placed in a 30% AMI unit, will be paying a rent for our one bedrooms of $1,158 per month. The two bedrooms will be $1,390 per month, and the three bedroom units will be $1,605. Rents for the 4 units at 30% of area median income is determined by the Public Housing Authority based on the income of the applicant. For those 4 units, there is no minimum income requirement. The application process. Applications will be distributed from September 29th to November 27th of 2021 and must be postmarked by November 29th in order to be eligible for the lottery. Applications received after this date will be accepted, but will be placed on a post-lottery wait list. Applications are available through our website at www.254broadway.com, or you may request one by email at 254broadway@peabodyproperties.com, or call our office directly at 413-883-6890 to request an application to be mailed out to you. Note, submission of duplicate applications will result in disqualification from the lottery. So please do not send electronically and then fax or send your application through the mail. If you need to make a correction, please contact our office. Applications need to be fully completed. All household members need to be listed. This includes children, infants, expected children, and/or additions to the family, to the household, such as a pregnancy, an adoption, guardianship, etc. All income and assets need to be reported on the application. All adult household members, meaning those who are age 18 and older, must sign the application as well as the consent form. Incomplete applications will not be eligible for consideration for the lottery. Please ensure you complete all questions. Do not leave anything blank. If you are uncertain about how to answer a particular question, please call our office for guidance. A letter or email will be sent with your eligibility status. If you are deemed ineligible for any reason, you will have an opportunity to appeal. The lottery will not be conducted until all appeals have been satisfied. Now let's talk about income and assets. What is counted as income? Well, in short, any income received from any source. Examples include, but are not limited to, the following, such as Social Security, retirement funds, pensions, disability income, child support, public assistance, alimony, employment, such as full-time, part-time, sporadic, and/or seasonal employment. If you are self-employed, if you receive gift contributions, such as monetary gifts each month or some sort of gifts in kind, as well as any income derived from your assets. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. Now, what is counted as an asset? Assets include, but are not limited to, the following: a savings account, checking accounts, express debit cards, money market accounts, cash on hand, retirement accounts, equity you may have in real estate, stocks, bonds, and/or treasury bills, or certificates of deposit, also known as CDs. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. Although your income and assets do not need to be to the penny, it will determine if you are eligible for the lottery based on program requirements. So it is important to try and be as close as possible to the actual numbers and to include everything. If in doubt, please contact us directly for clarification on what to put down on the application. As mentioned previously, all applications are checked for duplicates. We search by your name, your address, phone number, and email. If it is determined that you have submitted a duplicate application, your application will be immediately removed from the lottery. Please note that there are no exceptions. If you need to make a change to your application, please call our office and we will update your application accordingly on your behalf as needed. Due to COVID-19, the lottery will be conducted via a Zoom meeting, very similar to what we're doing now, on Wednesday, December 15th. You are not required to be present at the live broadcast. This will be recorded. Your attendance at the lottery is strictly optional and will not affect your eligibility for housing. Again, you are not required to participate in the lottery. Every applicant entered into the lottery will receive a lottery number and will be notified in writing. On the day of the lottery, a random sorting of application numbers will be performed via an online process. Upon completion, a sort will be conducted based on bedroom size, income classification, preferences, and then by lottery number to determine final placement on the lottery waiting list. After the lottery, all applicants will then receive an email or a mailed letter indicating your lottery number. Within 5 days of the lottery, applicants will be contacted for interviews based on their placement in the lottery. Before contacting you for an interview, a credit and criminal background check is run for all applicants. The consent form that was attached to your lottery application will be used as an authorization to run the screening. Note, it is important that all adult household members sign a separate consent form and submit with the lottery application. If you do not pass screening, you will be given an opportunity to appeal. Units will not be offered to anyone who is after you in the lottery until the appeal process has been completed. The interview. You will be asked to provide specific documentation at your interview. A list of these documents will be sent to you along with confirmation of your interview date, time, and location. This is also made available on our website at www.254broadway.com. If you are unable to attend your interview, please call the leasing office within 24 hours in advance of your scheduled appointment so as to make arrangements for an alternate date and time. Note, a no-show to your appointment is an automatic withdrawal from the process, with the exception of a medical emergency. Due to COVID-19, most interviews will be conducted via a phone interview, and the same rules will apply. If the interview is conducted via a phone call, a full Peabody Properties application may be emailed to you in advance for completion and asked for it to be returned prior to the phone call. We will call you during the scheduled day and time. If you do not answer the call, we will attempt 1 to 2 more times over the next 15 minutes. If you do not answer, you will be considered a no-show and your application will be removed from the lottery waiting list. Again, the only exception that will be of a medical emergency where supporting documentation will then be required. Deadlines. Please be cognizant of all deadlines given to you. We are under a strict deadline to qualify applicants for units, so you will be required to provide requested documentation within a reasonable time frame. Failure to do so will result in the removal of your application from the lottery waiting list. We will be contacting you via phone and email, so it will be important for you to regularly check your voicemail and email accounts to ensure that you are responding to all requests within the timelines given. Failure to respond within 24 hours will be the cause for your application to be removed from the lottery waiting list. An email or letter will be sent to advise you of this action. The processing of your file will take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, depending upon your individual circumstances. Upon completion and approval of your file from Peabody Properties, as well as any third-party entities, and if the certificate of occupancy has been issued, a lease signing date will then be scheduled, as well as a tour of your unit. Please note that lease signings will take place via DocuSign whenever possible to minimize person-to-person contact in an effort to safely social distance. Initially, we will be asking you to select your preferred 1 to 2 units based on floor plans that will be provided to you. Units will be assigned based on lottery numbers. Once all units have been filled, a notice will go out to all remaining lottery waitlist applicants to advise you that the lease-up process has concluded. Note, if you are not contacted for an interview and are not offered a unit during the lease-up period, your application will remain on file and on the waiting list. Therefore, please ensure that the property always has your current contact information in the event a unit suddenly becomes available. This concludes today's information session. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about this wonderful housing opportunity. Should you have any questions regarding the presentation for 254 Broadway, please feel free to reach out to us anytime at the following: www.254broadway.com for our property's website, which is chock full of fantastic information about our property. Or you may email us directly with questions at 254broadway@peabodyproperties.com, or you may call us at 413-883-6890 for more information. Thank you again for your interest in 254 Broadway Apartments. If you have questions at this time, I encourage you to type them in the chat field, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. I will be stopping the recording now.